We are back in the kitchen with George Shankool from Saba's Mediterranean Cuisine, and we are making baklava from scratch. The recipe is on our website. So right now we are doing the layering process. Is this a tricky process, or?
It can be.
Okay.
So I'm going to show you some tricks to it. First off, the phyllo dough is very, very thin, and it will dry out really easily if it's not done quickly.
And you just get this at the supermarket. It's frozen, right?
Yeah, and then you defrost it in the refrigerator so it doesn't get all stuck together, because you want it to be able to pull apart very easily.
Okay.
If you don't feel comfortable with your technique on the phyllo dough, pull half of it out and wrap the other back up so it doesn't get dried out, because it'll start to crack.
Right, because if you don't do it fast enough, it's ruined.
Oh yeah, and yeah, you're gonna have a big mess on your hands. So I have melted some butter. This is 2.5 sticks. So that's about 1.25 cups. If you have cholesterol problems and you want to still enjoy this heavenly dessert, use olive oil.
Oh, okay.
Works the exact same.
It'll taste just as good?
Yeah. Yeah, you won't really even know.
Nothing's better than butter, though.
Yeah, that's why I go with the butter. See,
and that's a lot of butter you just poured in that pan.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread this out, and I want to get it all the way up onto the edges, because if the dough touches the edges and there's no butter on it, it's going to burn.
And this is what makes it just so moist and
just
flaky,
right? Oh,
it's
flaky, it's delicious, all the layers of the dough and the butter and then the nuts and the sugar and cinnamon, everything, all the combination of things, you can't go wrong. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start off by putting...
And one at a time, or can you do a couple at a time?
The first layer I'm going to do 2.
Okay. Is that just because it's the bottom layer and you don't want it too thin?
I don't want it too thin, because I did put so much butter down that I don't want it just to fall apart when we start working with it.
Okay.
And then the trick to it now is you want to baste the edges with the butter.
But can you do it too hard and rip it? I mean,
yeah,
you
so
sort of have to be gentle?
I'm being very gentle with it, and if you do tear it, you can patch it.
Okay.
You just put a little butter down and take the piece and
we
move
want
it
it
around.
all over, or just on the sides?
I'm doing the sides, and what I'll do is I'll alternate. So what I'm going to do now is put another piece on, and when you're laying them, you usually want to lay from one side and see how there's a little gap. The next time I'm going to pull it from the opposite side.
Can I do
we
this
cover
part?
that. Yeah, sure.
So am I doing it in the middle now? Is that what you meant?
Do one more around the edge, and then we'll do the middle the next time.
Okay. Now, why did you leave a space right there?
Because what I want to do is I want to cover the entire pan so the stuffing doesn't fall out.
And I'm going all over?
It doesn't burn. Exactly.
Okay.
Because the nuts will burn on the edge, and we don't want that, because it's going to change the flavor.
How's that?
That looks good. We'll get the top up there.
Lots and lots of butter. I love it.
And this time. And if you don't feel comfortable pulling it the opposite direction, you can always turn your pan.
So now this one's just going to come a little bit that way.
So, well, since I turned the pan, I'm going to pull it the same way. And see, yeah, it'll leave a little bit of a gap here. But
that's what I meant. That's what I was trying to say.
And then cover this way.
I know this isn't brain surgery.
And then now, we will we'll do the whole sheet this time. And just a light coat on each one.
Can you put too much butter on it?
Can you ever have too much butter? I don't know.
My thought is no, but...
No, well, you know, you don't want to... You want to save some for the end. Because on the top layers, we have to pour it over the top, and it goes through all the crevices and everything to make sure that the dough is nice and covered, so when we bake it, it's gonna brown wonderfully, rather than it burning or you know, being uneven. And see, we're very gentle when we're putting it down, and there was a tear here, but I was able to save the whole sheet.
Glue it back together with butter.
Exactly.
Okay. So how many layers do you do?
We do 12 on the bottom.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do 12 on the top.
Are you counting? I have no idea where we're at.
I have a feel for it. I can look at it and tell the difference. But we're at, I think, number 5 right now.
Okay. So while you're doing this, I want to tell everybody again that you guys are at 40th Tatum and Bell on the southwest corner, next to my dentist, Dr. Lerner.
Yeah.
Had to give him a little shout out. He's one of your good customers, comes in all the time.
Oh, great guy, great family.
And you guys are open for lunch and for dinner, right?
We are. We're open from 11 to 9, Monday through Saturday. We're closed on Sunday.
Okay.
It's our family day.
And speaking of family, the whole family works there.
Yes, we do.
I mean, you've got your wife there, your sister there. Who else?
Well, my parents were there. Recently, they retired. My dad's there maybe 4 times a month now. It just gives me a little bit of a break. But for the most part, you know, it's always family, and all of our employees are like extended family to us too. They're a great group of people.
Right.
We put our heart and soul into the place. We want to make sure that not only do you come in and get good food, but you feel like you're at home. So, you know, we're We want you to feel like you're welcome and you can talk to the guys.
My kitchen
through
is
the
your
kitchen.
kitchen.
Exactly.
Okay.
We have a lot of people who just walk right by and talk through the window to the chefs in the back and everything. So it's a lot of fun.
Well, I'm going to let you keep doing this. I think we have 1 or 2 more layers to do, and then we are, yeah.
We're going to do this.
Then we're going to do that. Okay, I'm going to explain what he just did when we come back in just a minute. Oh my gosh, pistachios and sugar and cinnamon, oh, and butter. Oh, I'm in heaven, Stephanie.